Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. I'm a speech language pathologist turned homeschool mom to two boys, a current pre-Ker and a first grader. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I personally schedule lessons from Around the World with Picture Books Part 2 from Beautiful Feet Books, because I've gotten some questions about how you schedule all the books and how you schedule the nature connection, etc. So here's how I personally schedule this curriculum in my homeschool. So let's get right into this video. To give you a real life example, we're going to be discussing the Let's Visit Great Britain unit from this curriculum. Now, first off, I always start by introducing the maps book with the country. And I start with the maps lesson. So this is the maps book I'm talking about. I always start by having them sing the continent song. And for this lesson, we find where the United Kingdom is, and we flip to that page and we look at the United Kingdom and we talk about anything relevant. And for the United Kingdom, we talked about the 4 countries that make up the United Kingdom and the islands that they're on. And we talked about London and the different oceans and seas around the United Kingdom. So that was the maps book. And then there is those coloring pages that are located at the back of the teacher manual. So we colored in the United Kingdom map and the flag. So that was lesson 1. That was the introduction to the United Kingdom. Specifically for this United Kingdom unit, there were a lot of books. Every single country does not have as many books as was recommended in this unit. So a few weeks before I knew that I was going to be doing this unit, I went on my library and I just ordered everything that I could. And this Great Britain unit is interesting because it breaks it up into the 4 different countries that make up the United Kingdom. And then also it had some history components. Needless to say, there are a lot of books. So the question is, how do you schedule in those books? And in the morning, I pick a book that we're gonna read and I go from there. And I basically did go in order of how the books were listed in this curriculum. So I started off with Finding Winnie. That was the first day read aloud. And we answered the questions, the questions that were listed in the teacher manual. And then I don't have that book anymore because I got it from the library and had to return it. So the second book we read, so this is day 2 now, was The Right Word. And again, I asked some of those questions that they had in the teacher's manual. So this was another book we read. So you're gonna kind of see how many days this curriculum actually took me. So we had the maps lesson for day 1, and I'm pretty sure I read Finding Winnie that same day. And then we had the Right Word. So we're on 2 days of the Great Britain unit. The next part of this curriculum had an art connection section, and I pre-screened those videos and my boys would not have been interested in them. So we skipped the art connection, but I mean, that could have been another day of the United Kingdom unit. Now moving on to the historical connection. My library did not have any of these books. However, they did have one of these books in an anthology. So we got to read The Donkey of Jalopy from this book. It's an animal hero book. And this had so many amazing, so many dogs and rescuing people from horrific war scenarios during the bombings that happened during the Blitz. And this book was fantastic. It had so many good animal stories, animal heroes, not just the Donkey of Jalopy. So if you were able to get this book, I highly recommend it because it had some great World War II stories in it. So for this, we not only read the Donkey of Jalopy, but we read a few others. So I mean, that was another at least 2 days. So we're up to 5 days of the United Kingdom unit so far. Next section is the library connection for Tales of Old England. Again, lots of different choices from this curriculum. I was able to pick up 2 of these books. The first one was St. George and the Dragon, and this took me about 2 days to read to the boys. So we're up to 7 days of this unit so far. And then I was also able to pick up Dick Whittington and his cat, but I pre-read all my books now, and there was some child abuse in this, so passed on that. The next section of this curriculum is the author connection. Charles Dickens, my library didn't have any of those books, so we passed on that section. And then another author connection was William Shakespeare, and I was able to pick up 3 books from this section. This is The Bard of Avon, the story of William Shakespeare. This was a hefty one. This took at least 2 to 3 days to complete. So we're up to at least 9 days of the United Kingdom unit so far. And then we had William Shakespeare and the Globe by Aliki. Again, this was another hefty one, another 2 days. So we're up to 11 days of social studies. And then this one was Good Queen Bess. Again, this was a hefty one, at least 2 days. So we're up to 13 days of social studies for the United Kingdom so far. Next was the Scottish Library Connection, and I was able to pick up 2 books. This one, Wee Gillis. This took us 1 day to complete, so we're up to 14 days, I believe, is the running tally. And this, A Child's Garden of Verses. I did this, again, in the morning. I just picked a few to do, and this took us a couple days. So we're at least up to at least 15 days of this curriculum so far. And we haven't even gotten to the nature connection and the cuisine. Another library connection was for Ireland. Unfortunately, my library did not have any of the Ireland book recommendations. And then finally, we get to the Great Britain Nature Connection. I was able to do this lesson on one of our Fun Fridays, and it worked out very well for us, learning about the puffin, the long-eared owl, the European badger, and the hedgehog. So we're at least up to 15, 16 days of this unit for all the books that we had. And what I do on the very last day we're learning a unit and gonna be switching countries, we do the cuisine. And for this, we made chicken tikka masala. The boys, honestly, we did not like this meal. It was not our favorite. My husband and I enjoyed it. My boys ate the rice, and they were perfectly happy with the rice and the Walker's cookies, which I was able to pick up. So this curriculum for the United Kingdom took us, if we were doing a read aloud every single day and then a lesson on the maps and the flags for one Fun Friday, and then the next week we did the nature connection, and then the final week we did the cuisine. It took us at least 3 weeks, and that was doing a read aloud every single day without skipping anything. So honestly, this curriculum took us a month to do, and I had to do just making sure I was diligently reading the books from the curriculum. So like I said, that's how I schedule this curriculum, just working through those books every single morning, and then on our Fun Fridays when we have extra time, when we're not doing our language arts and our math, then I'm able to do the larger geography portions of this curriculum and the nature connection and cuisine portions. But guys, that's how I schedule this curriculum. Leave your questions down below in the comments. Let me know how you schedule this curriculum. This was a lot of books for a unit. It does not normally have this many books. The author of this curriculum is obviously an Anglophile because she loves the United Kingdom. You can tell. Well, I think that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and say hi down in the comments, and have any questions that you have. I hope to be able to answer them. As always, I hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Bye.